Show with Zachary Davenport and Stu Smith. And our guest tonight, Pippi Lovestocking.
Hi.
How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Pippi.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. It's always fun to do public access TV. I have a real soft spot in my heart for...
Yeah, I was reading something about you having some experience with Access TV somewhere else, but you know, it's such an important opportunity for people on limited means to talk to the public. You want anything to say about it?
Well, this was 20 years ago, 1989, 88, 89. I did a show in Atlanta, and actually, if you do a Google search, or I think on YouTube, some of my former co-stars have put some stuff up there, and it's fun to see that because it was just a different time in my life. I was still very enthusiastic about everything. 20 years of hard living can kind of beat it out of you. But I mean, see, unlike a talk show, which is, you know, it's great that people do talk shows, but you just go in and sit down and do your thing. But this was more involved. It was a sitcom that I was trying to do. It was kind of, I called it Transit Town Truck Stop. I
love that title.
And I was Pippi, Pippi Lovestocking, the parolee, who had been the child star. At that time, there was a lot of child stars getting in trouble, like they continue to do now. But I think I was really thinking of Dana Plato, who, you know, died actually. But in 1988, she was getting a lot of press for all the bad stuff she was doing, and her other co-stars on Different Strokes were all involved in various crimes and stuff like that. So I thought, well, I wonder whatever happened to the little girl who was Pippi Longstocking, because I always loved those movies.
Me too.
At that time, I still had the stiff pigtails. I had wire pigtails and everything. And the storyline was that I was a recent parolee, and I was starting over with my husband, played by Talitha Mowry. She was a drag king and had played the role of Earl, and we were running a truck stop in Atlanta, Georgia. It actually wasn't really, I guess it was just an unnamed town in Georgia, but down in the south.
That sounds great. And we go from there to tonight. You'll leave this show, which is live, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And she'll be appearing live tonight at Harvey's with Scott Capurro, one of the other comedians locally very well known.
Yeah, I've known Scott I've lived in San Francisco since '91, so I guess I've known him for coming up on 12 years or more. You know how, I mean, we're not like tight buddies who call each other all the time, but we did shows in the Russian River area before.
And you've done Viva Variety, which Steve Murray produced for years, and I know Scott's done that too, and I think Steve produced a couple of solo shows with Scott here in town, and maybe somewhere else too.
I think Scott goes abroad a lot. I think he has a good following in England. Like tonight when I see him, hopefully I can catch up a little bit. But you know, the stand-up comedy game is kind of tough. You're not always good friends with the people that you work with. There's kind of a
there's a competition.
There's a competitiveness amongst drag queens too, of course, amongst everybody. But as far as me being a drag queen, I mean, I love dressing up. Of course, it's a lot of fun. But I mean, I'm an actor too, and but I'm very Nelly. I'm always typecast as the gay type, which is fine. I'm happy to get any job I can get, but I don't always perform in drag. I do my stand-up comedy in drag because I feel like that's more material to work off of. You know, it's more of a visual thing.
Right.
And then there's guys that want to have sex with me. So you'd be surprised. Maybe you wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think so, but I'd like to hear you talk about it for a minute.
Well, you know, I've always, you know, been happy with being a gay man or whatever, but I realized when I started going out in drag, there's a whole different aspect of straight guys, if you will, who are like married or whatever, and they just want the adventure of being with the queen, you know. So I'm like, wow, okay, I could never have gotten you if I was just dressed up in Dockers and trying to look hot, you know, because I've got my little weight problems. I'm not, you know, gay. I love the gay community, but they have some pretty strict standards of you've got to look hot and young and rich and all that. So I don't feel like I meet up to those standards a lot of times when I'm just out as a boy or whatever. So it's like a whole new world was opened up to me when I started doing drag, like meeting guys when I was in drag. So So, but I wouldn't want to really live this way all the time.
Right.
These things are heavy.
Right.
It's nice to peel them off at the end of the night.
It's kind of the best of both worlds to be able to do it when you feel like it, and to be able to entertain that way.
Yeah.
You know, I think you probably are a little freer.
Well, there's so many variations, I think, on life that, especially in the Bay Area, you've got every opportunity here to explore any kind of thing you want to do. And there's a lot of people who are transgendered or, you know, gender variant and all these different things. So I consider myself gay, but femme and willing to learn or whatever. But I can dress up in leather too, and be just like a Folsom Street.
Well, I think
guy.
that's drag too.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I watch Zachary go, you know, wide variety of different kinds of presentations.
I've seen pictures of you on
excellent
Facebook.
drag, and then very butch, all sorts of stuff.
Thank you.
And
everything in
thank
between.
you.
I rarely get that.
You look mighty cute in them jeans tonight.
Thank you.
They are. They
Thank
show
you.
off his posterior.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So you talk about drag. When did you first get into drag?
Back when I was in college, for the first year, that's when I started. That's why I kind of just stuck with the name Pippi Lovestocking.
And where was that?
Like 1988.
And here in California?
Oh, in Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta.
I went to school
okay.
at Georgia State University.
And how was
Belle.
that? How was Georgia?
Well, it's the South.
Right.
But, you know, I'm a small town person. I grew up in a tiny town in North Carolina.
We have a call.
All right. We've got a live
Hold
call.
that.
Welcome, caller. Welcome, caller.
Hello, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
Calling into the drag show?
Yes. Who
Can
are we
we-
speaking with?
Can anybody call?
Oh, hi. There seems to be a lag. Oh, anyway, I'm a big fan, Pippi.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name's Kiki.
Hi, Kiki.
Have we met before?
She wants to know if she's met you before, Kiki.
I'm not sure, but I just wanted to call